There she is.
Oh,
Okay. It looks like it's recording now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
all right.
Sorry, everybody. I have
Oh,
no internet, and it went off, what, 1 minute before we were supposed to start to record. So that's all right. So, thanks everybody for joining the Diva Days of Our Lives. Find me on Twitter at Diva of DOOL. And we're on YouTube with a Facebook page, Diva Days of Our Lives. So we have Jen here tonight.
Hi, I'm at RXJDK at Twitter.
And we have Anna here.
hello. I'm at Kazi Hooch on X and Instagram.
Yep, still in the Witless Protection Program.
Yes, exactly.
And we have Marianne here tonight.
Hi, everyone. You can find me at mama_hooch on X, and I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
All right. So, Anna, it's been a while. Do you want to start us with the Kate update for the week?
Sure. We actually had, I think, was it back-to-back episodes? I think
Yes.
Monday and Tuesday we had Cayman, both of them on together,
Hi,
not like one on the phone with the other one or whatever. And I think it started with Kate showing the dumbass kid how to do no, I'm just kidding. Next to Rafe, Mama Hooch's very favorite character. Dougie the third, showing him the ropes, at the pub since he's working there now, and of course she's giving him the plan if they get robbed. Of course, telling the guy who just robbed his own family member. Anyway, we'll leave that alone for now. But telling him that we have a no hero policy here. If somebody's trying to steal money from you, then just let them have
Give him the
it.
money.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
means the guys that they're probably trying to shake him down are probably going to show up, and he's like, here, but here I'm paying you back in the cash register. No, but so she's introducing him to everything and giving him advice and all that stuff, and then she manages to somehow mention, oh, by the way, and tries to show him where the gun is.
Oh my God.
Which you always do when you don't know the guy very well. Of course, she thinks she knows he's Julie's, Doug's grandson, but I think she also knows, I think everybody pretty much knows he's been in some trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I would show him where the gun is on
In
my
one
first
breath,
day,
she
on
says,
his first
"Don't be a
day.
hero and chase after." Then she shows him the gun, like
Yeah. And
with
then
the
he's like, are there a lot
about
of
that. Didn't,
robberies here? And
yeah,
she's like,
told
oh
you,
no,
girl,
it's just,
you don't
I
want
just
him
want,
to. Yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
make sense. But anyway,
She should have said, strangely enough, until you moved into town, we really weren't having robberies here, but
Oh.
suddenly,
oh yeah,
no. But anyway, so everything's fine and good, but she goes to show him where the gun is in the gun case, the little thing that it was in, and she can't find it. So that triggers something in her to talk to Roman about. And so anyway, so Dougie goes off and does his thing, and she basically is like, so Roman, where? No, not Doug's not in earshot anymore. I don't think. Just her. It's just Roman and her, and she says, what? Where's the gun? I mean, you always had the gun. I was showing Doug where it was, or whatever. Where is it? And because it could have been stolen. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't know if she realized that, but she was figuring he moves it somewhere. So he said he had taken it for a legitimate clean, to get it cleaned, for like basically to get like a 5-star cleaning, whatever, that thing. Not, he didn't say that, but and then and she of course she's looking at him and she says,
Yeah. Right.
well, she goes, for once you're lying to me, or instead of me lying to you, you're lying to me. And he's like, well, what do you mean? So she says, let's take this upstairs. So they get upstairs, and Usually, when she says that, it means something different. But in this case, she was interrogating him about the gun, and so they basically talk, and he's like, well, I don't know why you think I'm lying. I took it to get cleaned, and she's like, well, because Roman Brady, no, not only are you the most frugal guy in town, you would never pay for something like that, but I've watched you actually enjoy cleaning your own gun. So this is just something that doesn't make any sense to me. And so he finally admitted that, yeah, he moved it or something. And uh, anyway, so then she's like, okay, spill it. She's like, look, I know you wondered if I had shot EJ. And I know that I haven't shot EJ, and I've told you that. So, but I don't know that you didn't shoot EJ. I mean, you certainly had some reasons for it. And, I just
Mhm.
need to ask you, did you shoot EJ? And he said, he was like, no, he was a little evasive, but he was like, no, kind of like, so eventually she gets it out of him that what what I guess the day that he thinks Johnny took the gun was, he explained, he had been drawn away from the bar area. When he comes back, Johnny's gun is gone, and so is the gun. And so he suspected that Johnny took the gun. Well, he got worried about it, and he knew how mad and upset he was at
EJ.
uh EJ. So
Mhm.
so Roman shows up. So basically the whole entire town is right there. Remember the
They all
scary
were there
guard
that
dogs
night.
that Stefano used to have?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
must not
they were all
huh?
there that night. Yeah.
Yeah. So Roman shows up, and it's like a block party. I don't know. Anyway, so he shows up, and what he somehow he found his gun in like a potted plant or something outside,
Yeah, it was.
something like that, like in
Hmm.
a something. So he takes off. I think he heard some riffraff going on. He takes off. He gets the gun and takes off. So he gets the gun back, and then he's thinking that Johnny probably shot EJ and pitched the gun in the planter, right? I mean,
Hmm.
outside.
Yeah.
So so who knows? But then now keep in mind, Ava at one point was at the front door. Remember, somebody else, Gabby, saw
Gabby
her.
saw it.
Hmm.
Gabby could have had the gun or something too, because she was leaving that day. Or she may have had the gun that Melinda gave her. Anyway, I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? But anyway, so he basically tells, you know, Kate that, yeah, I did show up because, to be honest, I think our grandson may have done it. And I did find the gun. And so they're, as I recall, they're both obviously going to keep their mouths shut. But they're basically thinking Johnny shot him,
Yep.
right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
what they're thinking. And so that's the main stuff. Let's see, was there anybody that, and then she had some scenes with Philip the next day, I think,
Hmm.
where Philip came and asked her to
Talk to the
try, I
kid.
guess she's on the board. I guess she's
Yeah.
on the board at the hospital. So he asked her to like put in a good word for Titan Demira, because he's wanting this deal to go through, and explained what he wanted, that he wanted us, that for them to buy it. And she's like, well, I'll do what I can, but I don't know if I have any influence or anything, but I'll do what I can. And I'm trying to think, was she in any other scenes with anybody? I'm trying to think.
Mm. I don't know. I don't think
I
I
I
can't.
can't.
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember any others, but it was good. And it was cool because when she and Roman were talking, they really, like, they reached a whole other level of like love and trust with each other. It was kind of cool. The Cayman vibe was there. It was
Oh,
nice.
that's
So
not my
Yeah.
sweater. Okay.
And she actually
yeah.
told him about what Philip did.
Oh, that's right. She says, "Well, now I have a confession or something for
That's
you,"
okay.
and she told him about the forged letter, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is that right? Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. So she shared
Hmm.
that. So they both kind of they had some good Cayman scenes. So yay, we have a Kate update. Woohoo!
Anna, are you surprised Roman took it so well that Kate has been lying for months about Philip in the letter to Roman?
It was kind of glossed over, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's like, oh,
Maybe,
okay.
But he,
maybe because he was so darn relieved that he got it all the other stuff off his chest. You're right.
yeah,
Or maybe because he just expects that
Yep.
something, being married to Kate means something probably something's not being on board
yeah,
completely above board.
and he said he has no room to talk. He's been keeping
Mm-hmm.
that secret. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he, in his mind, they were even. Whereas you're right, she really been keeping that secret for a lot longer. So, yep, good point.
And really, it doesn't affect Roman in any way. I mean, if Philip
Right.
half of Victor's,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Jane's,
Right.
yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Other than if they had decided to press charges,
yeah,
she could have ended up
the pokey.
in trouble there.
she
But
did sort of,
as an accessory or whatever.
yeah, she did kind of gloss over that maybe she was involved from the very beginning, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
She made it seem like she was
you're right.
aware of it and she wasn't involved, and she kind of was involved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was kind of cheering it on once she figured it out. She was probably thinking to herself, "Why didn't I think of this idea?"
yeah.
No,
And how can we
and
get rid of Vivian
she
in a good
justified it
place?
because she knows Victor literally would have had Philip
Oh,
as one of
yeah.
the heirs for sure,
Yeah.
at a minimum sharing,
Yeah,
and at a maximum would have had the whole thing. So, not that that's right, but not that it's not illegal, but and off topic of that, but one thing I gotta get in, I think I mentioned it last time. The baby voice is coming back. I don't know if you guys have noticed it,
Mhm.
but
Oh,
Sarah's little
really?
baby
yeah.
voice has been slipping through again, and it ain't cute.
Well,
It needs to stop now.
maybe they gave her meds and she's high.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
yeah,
didn't
she's
notice
like, oh, your husband's been so wonderful. Oh, no, he's just so cute. Stop. Had to say my piece on that, so I'm done with that now.
Yeah, we all hated that, but I'm assuming she was probably on maybe some Benadryl and steroids or something.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, okay, but it slipped out before that though too. I
Martha.
think when they were on their way to the trip, didn't it? Jen, do you remember something like that, or did I miss?
Uh,
Seemed like at some point she slipped into that a little bit. I just thought, oh, she's starting a bad habit.
yeah.
She needs to get some director's notes on that one.
I know kindergarten teachers who talk like that all the time to everybody.
Oh,
And that drives me insane. It's like, okay, my child at the time, is 5. I'm not 5. I'm your age.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. Well, I can forgive them a little bit better than I can her.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. Yeah, when you're talking to little kiddies all day long, kids all day long, that would be hard to transition, maybe. But anyway, I can understand that being frustrating though to listen to. But yeah, just not this other is just no good, no bueno.
No bueno. Yeah, and speaking of Xander and Sarah, Xander said he wanted to have another baby.
Yeah.
So the first thing in my mind is she gonna get pregnant, and then Xander gets mad at her because he finds out what she did, and then
Uh huh.
she tries to hide another
Oh,
pregnancy.
Oh geez.
God.
I think two should be the limit. I just
Yeah.
think two should be the limit for any character.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, so she finds out, but she thought that Xander wanted a hospital for altruistic reasons and to help her keep her job. Lo and behold, he wants the hospital to
He
make
wants that
money.
drug.
Yeah. Like EJ. And Bill thought the same thing. Oh, he's being
Yeah.
Question,
redeemed.
ladies. I
Yes.
understand if this drug works, it's gonna be great.
Yes.
Okay, with all these people vying for it, what if the drug's a disaster? They're gonna lose their church.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. None of them actually have the data or anything to even look at. They're just making an assumption. Yeah, that it's
Yeah.
going to work. Because vast majority of drugs fail. So yeah. And especially, I mean, seriously, they're doing this at University Hospital. I
Yep.
mean, if it was Dr. Rolf, I'm like, hell, yeah,
Yeah,
go invest in
maybe.
that. That kind
That's
of.
who they should have called to begin with.
Yeah.
Duh. A good point, Carrie.
Well, someone pointed out that they're finding that what works best with sepsis is vitamins.
Hmm.
Yes, I saw that somewhere online. So,
It's interesting.
yeah. Yeah, it's something I've been looking into last few months is being more holistic and natural remedies. And yet, well, even there was a controversy with the measles outbreak in Texas. And yeah, you can treat it with vitamins. You know, I'm not a doctor. Don't sue me. I mean, the dying of measles is rare, period.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and my sons are vaccinated. Of course, they're adults. So we're all vaccinated from it, really, being Americans. But yeah, the course of treatment, though, really is vitamins. But anyway, I take a shit ton of vitamins. I take it in waves,
Yeah.
but yeah. Especially since COVID hit, I started hitting all the vitamins.
I don't
But
blame you.
yeah. Well, yes, when you work in the public, yeah, you're picking up crap all the time. But yeah, so that's what I saw online. They're saying you could treat sepsis with vitamins. All right. So wouldn't that be funny? Oh, speaking of that, yes. So the doctor, Russell, turns out his name is Michael Dietz. And it turns out he is a Yinzer. He is from Allison Park, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yay. So he's
Yeah.
from
And he's nice to look at.
And I saw
Hmm.
too, I'm not the only one making fun of his hair though.
Oh yeah, the hair is
Yeah, that
distracting.
little dip in the front, that little
He
thing in the
needs,
front
yeah, he needs
is,
a little bit of a different hairstyle. It's too, yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, he just needs
it's
to
kind of
agreed.
odd.
cut the egg
Yeah.
grimmer part in the front and
I
yeah.
think that was popular a while back, but it's been a while. That look.
Yeah, I think my sons did that back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably like 10, 15, maybe years ago. But he would be a lot more you wouldn't be looking at that as much. You'd be looking at his gorgeousness
But
Oh,
more.
yes.
But you didn't have that as a distraction.
yes.
Yeah, I read his background. It's very interesting background. He's actually more involved with competition reality shows,
Ugh.
like as a
Yeah.
producer and stuff. Yeah, so he has
Oh.
a very interesting background. Yeah. So, but this is his second soap. I can't remember. He's been on another soap though. So he's done soaps before. So I have to say, this week I wrote a lot of stuff down. It wasn't that interesting, to be honest. Yes, so we had Philip. Speaking of Philip, he met up with Kevin Lambert, who was a member of the Last Blast crew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so Kevin, I guess, went from IT to working in Dr. Russell's
Yeah.
lab. And so, and he volunteers to steal the drug for Philip. So, but are you buying that Philip's doing this so his main reason is to save Bo, or do you think now that he just
No,
wants to? Yeah.
he doesn't give a you know what about Bo. He never has.
Yeah. So does he just want to look good in Xander's eyes, or is he trying to get it for himself to make? I don't know.
I think he's
But
trying
he
to
still,
redeem himself.
yeah, or
Yeah.
does he still want to help Titan and really want to work with his brother? I don't know. He always
Yeah.
keeps saying, but Xander's not having it. I guess Xander doesn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah. And now Kevin worked in IT. He's not very smart, though. All right. He uses his own uh, pass key to get in.
Jeez.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
Mm.
too, he knows there's cameras all over the place, which Steve knew because Steve hacked into it and created a loop when him and Sean went to break in. So this is the collective brain working again in Salem, where everybody decides they're going to do the same thing at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, exact same time.
If it wasn't for Steve, Kevin would have been busted on camera.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry.
But
This is so.
but if it wasn't for Steve, he wouldn't had to rush
Yeah.
either. He could have just
Yeah.
done it and been out of there. But you're right. He would have. I mean, I thought it was kind of entertaining actually, watching them both like trying to do it and see what's going to happen. You know what's going to end up happening. Yeah, I thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah, and the thing is, when Steve tells Kayla, "Oh, it's been stolen," she's like, "What? We have the state of the art security system
No,
here."
yeah.
Like, how did she not bust out laughing?
I think they got locked on that deal.
Obviously, Ray put it in.
I mean,
Ray,
Who's right
Ray, he
here?
even had Ray Fernandez
Oh,
install it for us.
Oh
I'm
dear
just kidding.
God.
I mean, you have a breakthrough medicine that people are trying, billionaires are trying to get. You have it clearly marked. It's in a cabinet that's unlocked.
It's
I
not
mean,
refrigerated or anything either. I don't know if it
no,
needed to
not
be, but
refrigerated. No.
I don't even think the test tubes were
Oh
covered, were
my
they?
God.
Like, that's hilarious. They're doing medicine like they're doing science like they are medicine, like medical stuff. The same silly crap.
It's like a high school
And
chemistry lab.
hey, and not to besmirch the Hortons, who I always love and will always love, Tom and Alice, but I don't know the state of the art in Salem Hospital, University Hospital, has ever really been used in the same sentence.
Oxymoron.
Lexi's like got her own brother. He's like, well, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Let's pull the cover over him.
You know, the best way to make money in that town would be for like EJ and Sanders start their own hospital,
Yep.
and people would be like, "Fuck University Hospital, I'm not going.
Don't go there.
Don't take me there." The EMTs show up and say, "What hospital you want to go to?" Not University Hospital.
Anywhere but
yeah.
I think I used to call it Salem University. Like I used to call it say SUX
Yep.
Salem University Hospital. Oh gosh, that's funny.
Yeah, like take me to the free clinic down by the river. And
Yeah. The emergency center, which is also run by the hospital.
Babe,
Can you take me to the
Bayview.
veterinarian's office? That'll work. I don't care.
where do you want to go, baby? Well, that's a mental health.
I think you guys are all.
I'm not going to Bayview either. There's all that Connie is still in Bayview. I'm not going there. Too many nut jobs there.
That's right.
Yeah,
No,
Whitney's
thank
there
you.
too. Is it Whitney there?
Oh
Whitney.
shit.
Whitley, whatever.
Whitley.
Yeah.
Whitley. Oh my gosh.
Like screw it, just let me bleed to death. I'm
And
fine.
Eve is there too.
Oh,
At
Eve.
least if I don't go to Salem University Hospital sucks. I won't get sepsis.
Oh my God.
The reason they've got this study is because so many of their patients died.
I don't know. Who's on meds? I don't know. I thought it was me. But
Yeah, I think you're the most calm.
And I'm drinking water, so it's not me.
I was gonna say,
My chocolate milk.
funny? Is it really that funny? What am I missing?
Hey, Anna's having way too much fun in the witness protection program.
I don't know.
All I had was a few plantain chips.
Oh God.
Oh gosh.
I'm
Oh
crying.
my.
I keep crying. Stop it, Anna.
No, I did
Oh God. I
Oh
don't even know what the hell to talk about it. Yeah. So Bill went to Kayla to say, "Oh, EJ wants this hospital," and Kayla's like, "Yeah, he wants the drug." And Kayla, so Belle feels like an idiot,
too. Yep.
and then
No,
Sarah feels
it
like an, and then Sarah tells
too.
Kayla,
Bill is an idiot.
Xander wants the hospital, and Kayla's like, well, it's because of the drug. So Sarah
is.
feels like an idiot. Everybody got used,
Yep.
pretty much.
Yeah,
I
everybody
don't.
thought
I was
they were
gonna
about
say
dinosaur
this is
art.
why Kayla needed to have some rest. She's kind of cranky. She didn't get enough sleep.
Yeah, she was up all night, but Steve was still in the drug that got stolen underneath his nose by Kevin. Oh God!
Uh,
But they did find out it was Kevin, and Sean. Of course, Sean knows Kevin too, because they went to high school together. Oh my God! So
now, was this a real character? Because I don't remember him.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
different
the
actor,
last
but yeah,
class. Yeah, he was with one of them.
yeah. So I think he's the third person to play Kevin Lambert.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I think that
Um.
was the time it was on for noise.
Hmm.
That was the time Jade was on for noise. I did not care for the last blast crew.
You and me both. I couldn't.
uh,
But I'd
Okay,
say,
so
go ahead, Anna.
here's my question. So
Uh-oh.
another one. I'm sorry, I don't know why I have the giggles. So Marlena comes home and Sophia says, "Yeah, Tate's really sick. He had to leave. He's in the bedroom." And she's like, "Oh, I'll check on him." Then she gets a call that they've located John, that they're headed in to try to find him. They've found his location or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, did she ever go check on Tate?
Yeah. Did that make
103
sense?
temperature.
What
And
was
I'm
the
like
matter with
wondering,
Tate? It didn't make
did she ever
sense.
go in there? Because there's no mention of it the
That
next
was
day.
like
And I'm like, poor Tate's over there with 118 fever. Told me
that was
his
so
grandma,
random.
his grandma's as a doctor. he's like there. Oh, anyway, I was just like, well, okay.
Yes, yes. Did he eat something with sweet bits too? Did he get an allergic reaction?
oh my
Um,
god.
everybody forgot about Tate.
Yeah.
Well, and Sophia's like, well, the chicken seems done.
Uh,
I hope it wasn't food poisoning. Ugh.
oh my god.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, that was just the weirdest thing because they never really went back to it. So
No,
I wonder
it didn't make
will
sense.
they find him
Something
like
got
3 days
cut out.
later?
Somewhere
Huh?
something got edited out. It wasn't
Yeah.
put
Oh,
together right. Yeah.
oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, but if he had food poisoning, though, wouldn't he just be puking?
You would think.
Yeah.
You know. Yes, so Tate throws an 18th birthday party for Sophia at Marlena's penthouse, and Sophia, while on bed rest, drives over.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did they
Yes.
forget about that? The bed rest?
Nope.
Obvious.
They mentioned it, but it's like she could have went to the prom. Maybe she shouldn't have been like twerking or something, but she could have went to the prom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she went over to Tate's house, why couldn't she go to the right? That didn't make sense.
That did not make sense.
It's a lot of things, different things.
So, and he's
Yeah.
like, well, my grandma's going to be home soon. She can drive you home. She's like, I drove myself, but probably not a good idea, maybe.
Well, we all know what happens when very pregnant women drive in
Yep.
Salem.
Trouble.
They end up giving birth on the side of the road or some abandoned cabin somewhere.
Yeah. Or have an accident and have to be rushed to the hospital.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Oh, speaking of birthdays that went pretty poorly. Poor
Oh
Rachel.
my god.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was so sad.
Rachel's a little quirky, okay, but you can't tell me that girl doesn't have any friends. There's got to be
Nobody wanted to
somebody.
go.
Yeah. You
I
lock
mean,
up the snake. Yeah.
nah, yeah. Yes, so Brady and EJ, Kristen all got roped into having an Alice in Wonderland birthday party, tea party with her. And of course, it's Days of Our Lives, so everybody has to wear weird hats.
Yep.
So, and then EJ decides to tell Rachel's birthday party, "Oh yeah, they didn't catch my shooter."
He's out there roaming around
Yeah.
somewhere.
Probably
Yeah,
Rachel.
the guy who shot me in the room we're in right now, or woman, hasn't been caught yet.
Yeah. And there's a 9-year-old kid in the room.
I'll bet she was either Rachel Jr. or Rachel
Yep.
Sr. because she was upset. She wanted to just go to her room. And I don't think it was because she was afraid they were going to get shot at. I think it's because she either saw something
Well, she did it.
or she
Or
did
she
it.
did it.
Yeah, and then she goes up to her room and we hear a scream. Dun dun dun. We don't know what happened there. All right. Oh, Johnny and Chanel made up.
Yeah, that was fast.
Yay.
So yeah, that I mean, I liked them. They're cute, but that seemed like it'd be a bit of a quick uh makeup. Basically, he apologized for not really telling her what he was going through.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
and then Paulina. There's one part I like about this intrigue about the hospital and all that is you see what's really going on, and it's not two people just show up at a meeting and give their best pitch speech. It's
Yeah.
like, no, we're trying to bribe this person, we're trying to bribe that person. Reality,
Yeah.
that's what really happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Paulina flat out tells Johnny not to hurt Chanel again.
Hmm.
And I can't remember if it was him or if she talked to someone else that she mentioned Theo and wanted Theo.
Mhm.
I think was it Philip or Xander? I can't remember who she talked to, but she wanted Theo to get a job in town. Shoot, I don't remember who it was.
She was talking to, was it Xander?
Maybe it was
Or no, wait,
Xander.
who did she bring the cake to? I can't remember. I was only watching part of
Xander.
Xander.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, Sarah. Sarah. Yeah, but she went to see Sarah in the hospital. Basically, tried to smooth things over for her being poisoned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Xander wouldn't sue her,
Yeah.
so Chanel, yeah. And she said about Theo.
Yes. And we do know Theo's coming back. Do we know when Theo's coming
Cool.
back? Oh, yeah.
Not sure. Yeah, but he's coming back. And
Huh.
also mention of Ari, too, coming back for her
Yes.
birthday.
Yeah.
Coming back. I think a lot are coming back, like, in the summer here,
Yeah, for
June.
John.
For John, that's coming up soon, too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time
And
I find out
go ahead,
John
Mom.
is alive, but then something must happen. Maybe in the rescue or something.
Hmm.
So they do.
Yeah.
Initially, he's supposing he's supposed to be alive, and then. So, I don't know. That's what I heard that somewhere.
Hmm.
Yeah. The promo for next week actually has Bone, Hope, and Sierra in it.
Oh, wow.
Next week. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, I'm only finding the promos on Instagram. So it looks like Day's kind of
Oh.
banned it for some reason. But yeah, so Bo's in bed and he's dying. Sierra's there. Hope is
Oh.
there. And the whole thing with Kayla tells Marlena, basically it looks like there's some kind of an explosion, and John is badly wounded. That was in the promo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they actually do show some explosion. They actually look like they're in the Salem University Hospital lab.
Oh
It
my
looks
God.
like- But yeah, the phone call Marlena got this week is that they have him and he's being treated. He's getting treatment for
That's good.
recuperating from being in captivity, and then looks like next week he gets wounded somehow. Yep. Let's see. Oh, Gabby and Alex had their date.
Yeah.
Are they? Yeah, Gabby kind of liked that. I don't know. She was
Well,
having a good time with Alex,
yeah.
but Alex
It was
wasn't
funny. You
having it.
saw what she wore.
I
It's
know,
Well,
like
like,
I'm thinking,
damn.
she dresses like,
do you
whatever,
realize this was
typical.
a charity thing and he's with Stephanie? But
Yeah,
she was putting on her best.
Oh
Let me
my
yeah,
God.
yeah. Alex, yeah. So far, he stayed true to Stephanie. I don't know why, but I do like them
Yeah.
two
because
together.
of page 246.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Stephanie's in her 50 Shades of Grey
Oh
era.
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. It's cringy. That
He
yeah.
wants to, publish it. He knows somebody. He wants to help her get it
Yeah.
right published. And they're talking about Titan, the division. Well, that was Titan Publishing at one
I thought
time. Are
so,
they still
yeah.
in the publication business?
Yeah, no, he said
Yeah.
he got an editor for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, the working title is Stormy Nights. Is that not the most
One stormy
cliche,
night.
stupid,
Well, that's must be
something like that?
a really, 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 really long night.
Long night.
Yeah. And a throwback to the primetime special they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that like 50 Shades of Grey? Was there a lot of sex going on during that? Because I didn't watch it.
Not really. Nope.
Nope. Oh. Yeah. So what else is going on? Oh, Holly and Doug the Third, we
Oh,
find out.
Ugh.
Yeah, Doug doesn't have much resume or an education, and she offers to help him get his
Or a
GED.
personality.
no.
But he does know
Brain.
Shakespeare. He knows
Yeah.
Shakespeare. So
Yes. It is very basic, cliche Shakespeare quotes that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doug could not be
like he
great.
like
His
later on he was
grandfather.
probably like thinking, was that from Shakespeare? Like, but he played it off well. Yeah, he was like, yeah, to be or not to be. And she's like, oh, I'm so
Yeah.
impressed. Or whatever. And then he's like, later on, he's Googling to be or not to be, trying to figure
Yeah.
out where it came from.
I am sorry. This is one pathetic teen scene. They're all stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with them graduating high school this year. And then you have Ariana coming back, and she's a high school graduate.
Yeah.
So basically, right now, your teen scene really is just
No one.
Felicity.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Theo's gonna. So Theo and
Yeah.
Ariana, they gonna get together? Are they related? I'm trying to figure out.
I don't think.
No.
No.
No. Wait. Theo is a Clark
Demir.
and a Demira.
Right.
right. And
Ariana
is a
Horton
Hernandez
And a
and,
boy.
Horton Brady. Yeah.
and Sam Brady.
Yeah.
No, I guess not, huh?
But
Oh,
Ariana,
gosh.
I think Ariana would be too young for
Yeah.
Theo.
Theo's like in his 30s or 40s.
Yeah. Isn't he around like Sierra's
Yeah.
age?
I think of Theo as like late 20s or
Yeah,
so.
I would say late 20s.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and then Kat and EJ.
Oh.
I don't even remember what the hell that was all about. But
Maybe
Yeah.
I'm testing
Who
them.
and who and
Who
EJ?
and AJ?
Cat and EJ.
Cat and EJ.
Oh,
I don't
cat,
even. I don't
cat and
even.
Oh
anybody.
gosh. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. So, Xander finds out about Philip and the drug and beats punches him out, knocks him right out. And it looks like in the promo next week he keeps going
My
and keeps beating him up. Yeah.
Okay. I missed that part. Was that Friday? Because I only got partway through Friday. I
Yeah,
missed.
yeah, Friday. Yeah.
So he finds out what Philip did.
Yeah.
Yes.
no.
Well, and the thing of it is, Xander immediately assumes that Philip was trying to sabotage things, when in reality, and trying to take it for himself. In reality, he was trying to make it a win-win that he could
With
show that he
Bo
could
and.
contribute
Mm-hmm.
and also save his brother or his whoever Bo,
Mm-hmm.
save Bo.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that was what he was intending to do, and so yeah, and Xander immediately thinks, oh, he's trying to cut me out of this deal. So maybe after he beats the hell out of him, they'll find that out, and then he'll feel bad or something.
People just need to keep all weapons away from Xander.
Xander went on a long thing about reminding Philip of what his former job that his dad paid him to
Yeah.
do was. And I'm just thinking, Xander, you got to have better self control because you got a wife and a kid and you want another kid. This isn't going to look
No.
good. This is not going to look
No,
good
he's
here.
just yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Especially that, and he sucker punched him too. Like Philip didn't even stand a chance. He couldn't even block him. And Philip had a good point too, was that Xander and Alex didn't tell him what was going on.
Yeah.
So, and Philip
Yeah.
thought that with Xander being away for the weekend, that they were going to lose the deal because EJ was going to swoop in and get him. So, yep. And then we had Susan and Marlena. Susan's leaving town because EJ's away. And Marlena gets the call that they have John and that he's getting treatment. And then Susan gets a vibe that something is walking on her grave.
What?
Yeah, she gets a vibe. Yeah, she gets a foreboding type of
Oh, okay.
vibe. Yeah. She said she felt like somebody was walking on her grave. Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Yep. Trying to remember if there's anything else going on.
I don't think so.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, it's almost 11. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Did Xander apologize? Xander
Not
went to
yet.
Kat, but has he apologized to
No.
Felicity yet?
He
No,
needs
He
right?
said he
to.
wants to.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that I
Whether they
hope
put
that
it in or
happens,
not.
and I hope he doesn't have a uh, uh, busted knuckles when he does
Yeah.
it. It's pretty obvious what happened to Philip.
Yeah. And actually, the actress who plays Felicity today is her 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Aw, that's so
Birthday.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I just love her.
Yes, me
Well,
too.
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll wrap things up.
Okay. Yeah.
It's been a hell of
I'm
a
about
week.
ready to.
You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just glad you're here,
Yeah.
literally, Marianne.
Yes.
Literally, yes. Me too.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very thankful that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, all right. Well,
Okay. So now I remember, don't hang up yet,
okay.
right? So we don't. I'm not out there in La La
All
Land.
right.
Yeah,
Well, take,
I'm gonna turn it off and then I'll let
okay.
everybody know when we're
Okay.
clear.
All right.
All
Take,
right.
take care,
Yeah.
everyone.
All
Thanks
right.
everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Oh,
Bye.
bye. Ugh,
Feel better
time for